And the other language that we are going to be using is PHP. Now, PHP is very interesting because, as you can even see from the website, it's a little different. It's a little less kind of fun and groovy than something like Ruby on Rails, but it's easily one of the most popular languages in the world, especially on the web. So much of the web is built with PHP that it'd be really hard to really even start listing things. It's Facebook famously built on PHP originally. Wikipedia, most of the content management systems like Drupal and WordPress. So many sites have at least a little bit of PHP in there. Even the OWASP site itself is built on top of, I believe, MediaWiki, which is PHP based. And the combination of PHP and MySQL, that's one of the cornerstones of the LAMP stack, as it's known. And there's different versions. There's MAMP, XAMPP, and so on. And those are all essentially Apache, MySQL, PHP, or Perl, and then Linux a lot of the times. And that's really a very powerful set of technologies that powers a huge percentage of the web as we know it today, especially on the smaller sites where the getting started and getting up and running is very important. And that is where something like PHP shines, because there's not a lot of boilerplate. You can just start writing PHP and it's very dynamic, it's very flexible, and we'll see that once we start getting through the examples. It's super friendly, beginner-friendly language. Of course, it does have its limitations. Because it is so popular, it does have a lot of surfaces to attack because of the way that people tend to use it. Because there's a lot of people who are not necessarily experts in doing the PHP work, development work, software engineering. Those people tend to be the ones who write insecure applications. And a lot of PHP stuff, I mean, if you take a look around this website even, it's not necessarily particularly flashy, but it's actually very, very important in terms of the contributions that it has made to the web as we know it today. And if you take a look around the PHP site, you will find information about how to install PHP, but on your systems, if you're using especially Linux and OS X based systems, you already have PHP installed, and we have the REPL as well. And to really understand what's going on here, you don't really need to be running this code locally. Just pay attention as I do things, and you will see all the core pieces to it. And then in the REPL, if we go over to REPL.it again, you'll see that there's an option for adding PHP, and then there I have my PHP. And how simple is PHP? Well, let's take a look. I believe that this is already valid PHP. I don't even need the braces. I'll explain those later. Unexpected end of file. Let's see. There we go. See, I didn't even really have to read up. I remembered this PHP info. So this dumps out every single thing you can imagine. And you see that in terms of security, it's not necessarily even that great that so much information is available that easily. But it just shows you how much stuff there is that can be configured and controlled through something like PHP, how much stuff is possible. And that's why it's something we're going to look at, because as a security professional, it's very likely at some point in your career you'll be dealing with a PHP related attack or vulnerability that's just pure numbers based. It's just because it's such a popular and widely spread and distributed language and platform for the web and web applications.